Hello and welcome to this presentation regarding the GCSE options 2024 to 26. My name is Mr. Wadsworth and I'll be taking you through this presentation. Its purpose is to give both yourselves and your parents an opportunity to find out as much information as possible about the process you will be going through in order to choose your opted GCSE subjects for Year 10. And also to inform you about those subjects which are compulsory. There will be an option booklet which will accompany this presentation, which has much more information about each subject, and there will also be an options evening where all the presentations from the curriculum leaders will be held, with an opportunity to speak them specifically about the course. After this, there will be an academic mentoring day with a member of the SLT who will help and guide you through the options form, and finally the options form will need to be submitted by Friday the 22nd of March. This slide shows the compulsory subjects which will be studied in years 10 and 11. There are 7 core subjects, 4 of which are examined at the end of year 11, which are English language, English literature, combined science and mathematics. The other 3 subjects are physical education, religious education and PSHE, and they are non-examination subjects unless, of course, you choose to do one of them as your options. Here are the option choices for this year's process. You will be very familiar with most of the subjects, having studied them in Key Stage 3, but there are some additional subjects that have been added that have not been studied at Key Stage 3. These have been added to offer you a more diverse curriculum. You will also notice that you cannot choose both GCSE music and music technology. Unfortunately, you can only choose one of them. When making your choices, you should seek advice from your family members, your teachers, and or a career advisor. The things that you should consider when making your choices should be the subjects that you like best, the subjects you are good at, and the subjects you will need for a career or in further education. You may wish to contact the local schools to see what entry levels are for post-16 courses that you may be interested in. And lastly, you need to consider the balance of subjects chosen. The more academically able pupils are strongly encouraged to choose French and history and or geography. This will offer you a wider choice of sixth form providers. When you have completed your courses in Year 11, you must do one of the following. Either join a sixth form at another school for higher level courses, follow a course at a college or further education, or find a job with further training, such as an apprenticeship. The Academic Mentoring Interview Day has been created to give you an opportunity to have a one-to-one interview and have guidance from a member of SLT or a selected member of staff. This interview will be an opportunity to talk about your capabilities, qualification routes and options that may be best suited to you, the individual pupil. This will be taking place on the 20th of March. It will also be a virtual meeting and will be accessed by the School Cloud Parents Evening System. More details about this will follow. The interview will be an opportunity to make decisions about the best options that should be decided with the allocated member of SLT. But final decisions will need to be submitted by Friday the 22nd of March. All parents are encouraged and should attend the meeting, but if it is not possible, the pupil should still attend and make the discussions regarding the options. Again, I say the submission of these final options is by Friday the 22nd of March. During the interview, the selected member of staff will look at your data to help you to be guided down one of three pathways. We call them the extent, enhance, or enrich. And we believe that by using these simple guidelines, it should help to give all pupils the opportunity to meet their full potential and achieve their greatest amount of success. We want all pupils to choose the right subjects, which they enjoy, where they show flair, but we will also be guiding pupils down a particular path to suit their abilities, provide a well-rounded curriculum, and to help them post-16, as mentioned before, whether this is staying in education or going into the working world. Please remember that once these choices have been made and submitted, they can only be changed in exceptional circumstances. So choosing the right subject at this stage is essential. This slide shows this year's Year 9 Option Choices Blocks 2024. The information at the top of the slide shows you the order of process that you will need to go through. You will be filling out your options form via a forms link that will be sent to you nearer the time. You will have to choose one subject per block. Then you will be asked to rank in order of preference your favourite subjects, the ones that you want to study the most, regardless of whichever block you have put it down for. So the blockings is not the preference. The blockings is just for the mixture of subjects. So for example, if you have chosen history in block 4, but history is the one that you want to do the most, you will rank it as number 1 in your preferences. Once you have done this, you will be then asked to choose a subject that you've not already chosen as a reserved choice. This subject will need to be considered very carefully, as the subject may be one that you may have to study if you cannot or are not able to study one of the other subjects that you have chosen. Also, once you have made these choices, it is only in exceptional circumstances that we can do any changes, as we need to start creating blocks and we need to start creating classes from your options choices. So you need to consider all of your choices very, very carefully, including the subject that you have chosen as a reserved choice.
If you are deemed to be a higher prior attainer, you will have achieved at level 5s or above in Key Stage 2, or are identified as a more able student this academic year. You'll be encouraged to take up the English Baccalaureate subjects to achieve what's known as the EBAC qualification. English language and literature, maths, combined or separate sciences, geography or history, and a language make up the English Baccalaureate, or the EBAC qualification. There is substantial research to support that students studying a combination of these subjects are more likely to go on down the route of an academic education. These subjects facilitate learning at A-level and degree level. They promote vigour, critical thinking, and key employment skills such as the formulation of coherent arguments and developed analysis. So even if you are not identified as one of the higher prior attainers, but have already got a plan to go to further and higher education, please do not let this put you off choosing this selection of subjects. Then this route can be also considered for yourselves. As you will all be aware, French is our modern foreign language, as we have native speakers that teach the course. Statistics show that by learning an additional language, your salary can increase by as much as 15%. Interpreters and translators are one of the fastest growing occupations, with opportunities in this field expected to be increased by 46% between 2012 and 2022.
The option process starts today with this assembly, which has explained the processes that you will be going through over the next few weeks. Thursday the 7th of March will be the Year 9 options evening, and this will be an opportunity for all parents and pupils to attend presentations to be held by the various curriculum leaders and ask subject specific questions regarding the subject that you may want to choose. Thursday the 14th of March will be the Year 9 Parents' Evening, where parents and pupils will attend appointments with the various subject teachers to discuss progress over the last year. This will be an opportunity to discuss whether or not the suitability of your son for that particular subject can be discussed. Wednesday the 20th of March will be the Academic Mentoring Day. More information regarding this actual day will be sent to you, but all Year 9s will be educated for home learning and will be invited for a 10-minute interview during the course of the day, which will be held virtually via the school count system. You will be allocated a member of SLT or a member of the selected member of staff. Again, these details will be sent to you over the next few weeks. And then finally, a form, or the options form, will be sent to you. Friday the 22nd will be the deadline for the subject selector form to be completed. Remember, once submitted, it will be very difficult for any changes to be made after this date. So please make sure that the submission is correct and is done by the 22nd of March.
Thank you for listening to this presentation, and hopefully this has alleviated many of the fears that you had regarding the options process. Don't forget, we will be going through this in more detail on the academic day with your selected SLT member or selected member of staff, which you will be allocated and will be given very, very shortly. But please don't forget that we are still here for you at all times. That includes your teachers, the curriculum leaders of each subject, your form tutors, your Raising Standards lead, and us as SLT. We want to make this process as easy as we possibly can for you, as it is a critical time in your education. So again, thank you very much, and we'll speak soon.